of terror. Didn't roar in this, but uh, we have a bit of a star-studded cast here. We have Eva Mendes. We have Robert slash Alexis Arquette. I'm not exactly what I don't know exactly at what point they were in their transition or what was going on. They're here. Greg Vaughn, who Charmed fans may know as Dan the Neighbor Man, right? That bastard that stole Harper away from our man. I forget his name, but he's the white lighter dude. I haven't watched Charmed in quite some time. You know that they couldn't use the theme song on when they air the reruns on TNT. Yeah, it was on one time, and I flipped it. I turned the sound on just to stop for the theme song, and it's the generic version of the theme song from the season 8 DVD. Yeah, see, they ran the licensing for the theme song to Charm and out just as they were getting ready to put out the season 8 DVD. So all of season 8 has a generic theme, and that's what they have for the theme when it's on TNT. Anyway, enough of that tangent. So a group of teenagers, well, like 25-year-old teenagers, are on a trip, and they are meeting their other friends there. One of them is Ahmet Zappa, who I know from Ready to Rumble. He was the 7-Eleven guy. A lot of sweat coming off that dome of yours. Yeah, that guy that he's, you know, but he gets killed off right away. And Adam Wiley is a little preachy kid in this. And at first I was like, really? I'm supposed to be scared of Eugene from Hey Arnold? But he does get kind of creepy, not over the top, nowhere near Isaac creepy, but he's there. And then David fucking Carradine has a role in this. And Fred Williamson for VFW, the original Glorious Bastards, in this. And Fred Williamson is the sheriff, and he does a lot of things, but David Carradine does dick in this movie. He's basically the prophet. He's the adult who believes in he who walks behind the rose, because that's back now. And like the four friends, they're there. Eva Mendes' character's name is Kier. That's not a name. They just ran out of name. Karen, Kara, Kira, Kier. I like one letter off. Put an A in there. Kira. I don't know. They stop at this bar, right? Where Kane Hodder is the bartender. I went, excuse me, what? What the hell is Kane Hodder doing in here? Yeah, you don't know. This Jason from Friday 7. Jason X. That is the guy. He's Jason. Jason Voorhees. He's also Victor Crowley in all the Hatchet movies. So, Victor Crowley's father. Flashbacks. Anyway, so they go to this bar and they hear people talking about the guy who has these kids worship he who walks behind the rose. And that stirs our main character, Allison. We don't know why. We find out that her brother was left there behind with someone like that. And that her brother, she goes to meet her brother. And at first I thought it was going to be Adam Wiley. Because she's like, I'm here to see my brother. And he goes, Allison? And I'm like, is it him? No, he's Ezekiel with 2 E's in the middle. Because you see, I already had an Ezekiel character in this franchise. So instead, there's 2 E's in the middle, so it's a different guy. Technically, there's 3, right? Wasn't there an Ezekiel in the second one or something? And then, yeah. Or the third one. The one to go to the city, there wasn't a third one, there was Ezekiel. And then there was Zeke in the last one. And then there was Ezekiel with 2 E's now. They're running out of names. They should reuse the shit. But no, he's not the brother. The brother's name is Jacob, which I also think we've heard before. But we find out some really fucked up things. So we find out that Jacob not only wants to stay, because she tries to say, I can get you out of here. He's like, no, I have to stay. I have a wife. Keep in mind, these kids are supposed to be under 18. So he got married under 18, He's not even 18 yet because they do the thing where he's going to be the one to be sacrificed to he who walks behind the rows in this flaming corn silo. Not only that, he has a wife. She's pregnant. So teen pregnancy. Let's support that, I guess. And it's Nina from Up and Away. If you haven't seen that Disney Channel original movie, I can't find anywhere to review for you guys. But please go and watch it. I don't know. Is it on Disney Plus? Is it not? I don't know. Again, Disney Plus. I don't know. It might be. Who knows? But it's fun. It's got Michael J. Pagan in it. It's got Sherman Helmsley in it. E from Entourage is in it. One of the bad guys. But anyway, then this girl who plays Lily in this is in that movie. I'm like, is that her? It is her. She doesn't do much. They show that she's pregnant, and then there's a cliffhanger for something we're never going to get at the end of the movie. She's pregnant. Teenage pregnancy. Doesn't say the age, by the way. But given that she's got to be close in age, of course, I'm guessing she's about 17, because they can't, What if she turned 18 in the middle of pregnancy? Would they wait till the pregnancy is done and then make her sacrifice herself? I don't know. So there's also Kier is going through some kind of post-traumatic stress because her boyfriend killed himself. And so she's kind of going through that. So she gets drawn into this cult of the Children of the Corn, despite being played by a 24-year-old. So they tried to get Jacob to sacrifice himself to he who walks behind the rows. He refuses to do it, which, yeah, I know that he's technically turned 18, but he's going to have a baby. What? Why? That's just stupid. He refuses, and so then Kier walks in, Jacob gives a book to his sister, Allison. She reads it, and it ends up being that it's like a call for help. So, they all want to leave Allison behind, but they decide to come back. And so the two guys go into the house to try to find Allison, who has gone to the sheriff at this point, I think. Kier gets left outside, and this is where she walks in. She now wants to worship he who walks behind the rows, and she jumps in. They're like, who? The whole thing is you have to do it before you're 18. So are they trying to tell us that Eva Mendes is 17 here? Bullshit. She's younger than I thought she was. She's like 30. No, she was 24 here. Way younger than I thought. She was 24. She does not look 18. And or 17. If we're trying to say that Alexis Robert Arquette with a goatee is 17, no, I had a bit of facial hair when I was 17, but come on. Ain't no way Greg Vaughn is 17. Allison looks like she's 30. I'm just saying. She's probably not. I thought she was Megan from Critters 2, but it's not her. She's in some soap operas or whatever. But, so Kier sacrifices herself by Eva Mendes. You were pretty to look at, and now she's gone. And then, one by one, the other two get killed. Greg dies because of a chainsaw, and then, or not Greg Vaughn, but it's Ty, I think his name is. And then the other guy named Greg, Alexis Arquette's character, blows himself the fuck up because he's underneath the car trying to fix it. Right? I don't know why he'd be underneath, I don't know. And the two of the Children of the Corn come in, one of them with a drill, and the other with a torch. He gets the torch, burns his hand, and he blows the fuck up, killing him and the two. And this is where I kind of rolled my eyes, because they did it twice. So there's a whole thing with Ty and Kier, where they hook up, and he's like, just so you know, I really care about you. It wasn't just a one-night stand for me. And she's like, well, that's what it was for me. And I'm like, okay, so where are we going to go with this? Nowhere, because shortly after that, Kier swan dives into the freaking thing, and he's taken out by a chainsaw. Okay, we show that Greg has feelings for Allison, but then he blows himself the fuck up, so that goes nowhere. What are we doing? What is the idea of these pointless love interest stuff you're not going to follow through with, right? Eventually, David Carradine is killed by the kids. We don't need him anymore. And then Adam Wiley becomes Ezekiel with the two E's in the middle becomes the new leader. And eventually Allison figures out how to stop it because her dead brother tells her. He dies. The Wikipedia article is out of order. If you look at it. Because so, in the thing, they have Ezekiel dying after the kids have already left and come back for her. Seeing that in the Wikipedia thing, according to the Wikipedia thing, he dies just before she goes in to dump the manure in, and it's like, no, that's not. He dies far before that. She dumps the manure in, and that stops He Who Walks Behind the Rose, apparently, supposedly, and then she's hanging off this thing, and then she's able to get down, and she tells the other kids, there's no more. You walk behind the rose. Ezekiel was also pushed in there, by the way. And then we get this. Really, we could have just ended with them walking off, but I knew they were going to do something. And I don't know why they continue to do cliffhangers when they never follow them up. But Allison goes in and they're going to give her the baby because Lily is too young for the baby. And there's something going on because the dad lets her in and he's like looking around. And then, they order Lily, and order her to leave. And then she's singing, "Gosh, little baby, don't say a word." Then you see little fire CGI stuff in the baby's eye. Meaning that He Who Walks Behind the Rose will be inside this child. And that child is Isaac. No, I'm just kidding. But wouldn't that be something? This is all a prequel to the first one, right? And that's Isaac. I know the perfect name, Isaac. That would have been something. I don't know how it would have matched up, but that would have been something. Well, this was a prequel, and that's Isaac. But no, it's not. It's just a kid. I don't have to name it. But that's how it ends. So before I go on, there is something I need to talk about with the last film. Yes, with Children of the Corn 4. So, I forgot to mention this. I remembered this after I was done recording. I was talking about here. So quickly, how they defeat the kid in the last one, right? The Josiah. They burst open this water tank thing that they poured mercury in earlier. But when they go to pour the mercury in, the mercury is red colored. No, mercury is silver. Everyone knows that. Mercury is silver colored. It's like a silver thing. Everyone knows that. I don't know why it's red, but mercury is silver. That just bugged me. Yeah, okay. So, back to this one. This was fine. I was into it a little bit more than the last one. I like that there's a more cast of people I knew. But David Carradine doesn't do shit in this movie. Fred Armisen does what he can, but it's not much. You have Kane Hodder, and he's just a bartender in this freaking thing. I assume he was the stunt coordinator, and they slipped in a cameo. I guess. The two love interest things go absolutely nowhere. And you have the lovely Eva Mendes, who kills herself off for no reason other than they didn't have anything else for the character to do. I know it's probably supposed to be a commentary on, she lost a loved one and now she's fallen into this thing. Well, one, she's too old. She's 24 years old, and I doubt she's playing 17. But she swan dives into this thing. Adam Wiley was an interesting choice. And interesting to see. Fun little thing. But overall, this is another middle of the road. So far, nothing god-awful for me. It's just, it just keeps going. Don't worry about that because, ladies and gentlemen, I have a feeling the next one is probably going to be a little bit better because we have the return of the Mac. Not just that, the return of Isaac. And Children of the Corn 666 Isaac's Return. Can't wait to see that, man. Ooh. Please tell me it's something. Because Isaac was the best thing of the first one. Best thing in the first one. Tell me there's something there. Just please? 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 So thank you for watching. I'm Scotty, and I'll see you in the next one.